Hey, what's going on, guys? It's ACPL. So we just got insane fucking lore drops with the desert finale, answering a lot of questions, but also leaving a lot of questions. So let's talk about them. And of course, spoilers ahead. The main revelation that I want to say that came from all this is with Tumeken and his origins. This is really fucking huge. So in the finale, Tumeken calls Zeros his cousin. Now this could very well just be phrasing and wordplay. You know, he's calling Zeros his cousin because they're both gods, right? Like a brother in arms type of thing. However, it seems that the most probable interpretation is that Zeros is Tumeken's actual flesh and blood cousin. Now this is crazy because it means Tumeken was also born from an elder god, and it is very likely that Jazz is Tumeken's mother. We were able to see Tumeken's rebirth form, I think is what it was called, in the finale, and he has the appearance of an elder god egg, specifically Jazz. They share the same shape, same number of sides, and coincidentally, they both share an affinity towards sand. So it is very, very likely Jazz is Tumeken's mother, thus making Zeros his cousin. Now this is pretty interesting given what we know about Jazz. Jazz doesn't seem like the type of person who would want to have children. You know, Jazz consistently disregards life and sees it as a nuisance more than anything. So to me, it doesn't really make sense for her to want children. And I think that leads us back to what both Tumeken and Eldinus were saying, which was, we have to hide our secrets. Throughout the quest and other pieces of lore, you see Tumeken and Eldinus continually saying that they have to hide their secrets from the other gods. They can't find out what. What is their secret? Now, it could be anything, but I think there is one theory that could explain a lot. And that is, their secret is the secret to creating life. Now we know that the Elder Gods are the only beings able to create life in the universe. And that is something that even Zeros covets. Zeros isn't able to create life, he is only able to manipulate it. And he himself has sought out ascending to Elder Godhood, claiming it as his birthright, with one of the reasons being so he can create life. Likewise, it could explain a lot about Tumeken, such as how he was born and his children. You know, Jazz might not have necessarily created Tumeken, but you know, maybe Tumeken could have been born from a little piece within Jazz that somehow managed to become alive. Then you have his children with Amoskat, Ikhlarin, and the rest of the Desert Pantheon. They aren't exactly flesh and blood, but maybe they were the stepping stone to producing actual life. You know, Tumeken and Eldinus, they are the only gods that we know who are married and together. So it is very possible that they found out a way to create actual life beyond the Desert Pantheon. Additionally, we don't know how Elder Gods can be born. We know that they can die, as we saw with Ma, but we don't know how they can give birth to more, or if they can even give birth to more. So being able to not only create life, but learn how to give birth to more Elder Gods could be tremendous knowledge, dangerous in the wrong hands. And this could be what the secret Tumeken and Eldinus are hiding. So yeah, a lot of crazy shit happening with Tumeken. Some other things, of course, worth mentioning. They're not called Lords of Erebus, they're called Titans, which is also pretty freaking crazy. Ikhlarin calls Zautok Shadow and Miasma. This might not be a direct correlation to these elements, but this could just be wordplay, you know, comparing Zautok to something like air. I put out a video a while ago talking about what Zautok might be, and this more or less changes things. But you know, it's honestly changing up the way I think we should be approaching thinking about what Zautok and these Titans are. But yeah, oh my god, guys. The stuff with Tumeken, I feel like that legit changes the trajectory of everything. His and Eldin's secret, the relationship with Jazz, Zeros, and Zautok, it's setting up that storyline pretty freaking hard. So yeah, but let me know what you guys think, if you agree, disagree, or if you have any other ideas or thoughts of your own. I'd love to hear them. I'm making this video 2 a.m. You know, I just finished all these quests, so it was pretty good. Anyways, my name is AcePL, and I'll be catching you guys in the next video. Peace.